Welcome back to Imagination. I'm Nicholas Pettis.
And I'm Chiaki Horan.
We're back in the air. You know, I actually grew up with a lot of fantasy in my life. I really like fantasy. I like dragons, and, you know, adventure stories and stuff like that.
Okay, so I have perfect topic for you.
You have for me and you?
You, obviously. So we've been getting this message from the viewers a lot, and I'm gonna read one of them. This is a message from Shrundi in India. Hi, Chiaki and Nick. Could you please do an interview of Mashima Sensei, please? Here in India, I know a huge number of people who are absolutely crazy about fairy tale.
Fairy tale.
Fairy tale. It's not ordinary fairy tale though.
No, well, when I hear fairy, I hear like Tinkerbell and stuff like that. It's just kind of...
No.
No?
I'm pretty sure like the viewers have the different like bell and the...
Okay. Yeah.
So today's feature is fairy tale. It's manga. It's like battling, fantasy, magic,
Really?
flying in the air.
Flying in the air and magic? Are there any dragons in there?
Maybe.
Ooh. Nice.
So this series has sold over 25 million copies so far.
Excuse me?
Yes.
25 million copies?
This one is publishing for like 10 years. And
Wow.
soon, the 53rd volume will come out this month.
53rd volume?
53rd.
Like, we rewind a little bit? 25 million copies? Trudy,
Truly.
you have a lot of fellow fans out there, I'll tell you that. Wow.
And we've been getting this, you know, like, please feature on fairy tale a lot, this kind of message, a lot.
Right.
And
It's because it's popular, so here we are.
Yeah. Okay, let's see the world of fairy tale.
The featured topic this time is Fairy Tale, a battle fantasy manga that's in great demand. It's set in the age of wizards, who control magic and assemble teams called guilds. This is a battle fantasy manga for young boys, which depicts the growth and great success of Natsu, a boy wizard who can control fire, and a girl named Lucy, who is aiming to become a fully fledged wizard. Fairy Tale started as a comic series in Weekly Shonen magazine in 2006. To date, 52 volumes have been released, and it boasts a total circulation both in Japan and overseas of more than 51 million copies. A new volume will be released this month that depicts the aftermath of an intense episode in which the guild Natsu and his friends belong to is suddenly dissolved. Fairy Tale was made into a TV anime series in 2009, and the latest series is now on air. It's broadcast in 68 countries around the world. Amply demonstrating how its popularity knows no bounds, a movie version of the work is currently in production. Hiro Mashima is the manga artist who created Fairy Tale. He's one of Japan's major manga artists who specializes in classic battle fantasies intended for young boys. Since his debut in 1998, he has continuously written fantasy works, and his first feature-length release, Rave, turned out to be incredibly popular, which up until then had had few fantasy works, and was later turned into an anime and a game. Fairy Tale is already sold in 15 countries, including the US, France, and Spain, and its popularity continues to spread overseas. It has also won major manga awards in France, Germany, and Spain. Mashima is often invited to international events, where there is no end of fans seeking his autograph, with many wearing cosplay representing specific characters from Fairy Tale. Also, lots of readers overseas are somewhat familiar with the world of fairy tale, because the motif for the town that is home to the guilds is fashioned after Paris, France. But this is not all Mashima has done as a nod to readers overseas.
I felt I wanted people overseas to be able to enjoy this, so I tried not to use gags that depended on the knowledge of the Japanese language, like puns. I avoided that kind of thing as much as possible, so that scenes that are supposed to be funny can also be understood by people overseas.
Not only the battles, but the rapid-fire banter among the wizards is also one of the appeals of this work. Rather than depending on words, he makes a conscious effort to get the fun across using his illustrations. Coming up, we're going to introduce the secrets of his lively characters. We'll take a look behind the scenes to check out the production of Fairy Tale, a hit that transcends all national boundaries.
So it's kind of been a while since I've seen someone use that ink pen.
Recently we've been seeing like all the digital stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I could draw like that.
No, you can't.
No,
No, you can't. I know how bad you are.
It's embarrassing.
So the story takes place in a fictional world that is populated by wizards. They use not only spells, but their own bodies to practice magic. So wizards join a wizard team called Guild.
Yeah.
And this title, okay, Fairy Tale, this is also a name of a guild.
Yes, it is.
Which the main characters all join.
Yes. And they all want to be part of this because they can get really cool jobs.
Let's check out the characters.
Yeah.
Here we go. So Natsu, he's the main guy.
Yep.
His specialty in magic is fire.
Fire.
He can like blow a fire, like, eat fire, or like wear fire.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Wear fire all over his body.
That is pretty cool.
Do you know who he was brought up by?
No?
A foster dragon father.
That's how you can breathe fire? Because the dragon brought him up?
He taught, I mean, the dragon called Igneo taught him how to use fire in magic.
Whoa, how cool is that?
Ooh.
There's my dragon. So why is he hanging out with his little fluffy cat?
This fluffy cat is called Happy. Natsu's partner.
Yeah.
He can, I mean, Happy can talk, fly. He's also a magical cat, so.
Yeah, obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah.
And the girl,
yeah.
she's Lucy.
Hi, Lucy.
She's from really like good, decent family, and she's a 17-year-old celestial
Spirit?
wizard. No,
Celestial spirit?
Celestial spirit. Yeah, she can like summon spirits.
Oh, cool. I'm seeing the pattern here. I'm
Okay.
seeing the pattern. Yeah.
So she's really lively, cute girl.
Right.
Okay, let's go with Gray first.
Gray.
Gray, he's 18-year-old wizard, practices ice making magic. So
Nice.
He can use ice. in
And
any-
fire and spirits. Yeah, I'm gonna get a wild guess here.
What?
You see the pattern here?
Yeah.
The 5 elements of, nature. You know, something metal, something, earthish, something windish, something fire-ish, and something spiritual.
Waterish.
Those are the 5 elements right there. I like this.
You love it?
And there's even dragons in there.
Yes, and look at her. She's beautiful, right? She's
Urza.
She is 19-year-old swordswoman, the most powerful wizard in the Fairy Tale Guild.
Okay.
And talking about Wendy, she's a dragon slayer. She practices a healing
A dragon slayer?
Dragon slayer.
I don't think it's fair to kill dragons. So I'm just gonna put that out there. I just don't think it's fair. But of course, they kill a lot of humans too, so, vice versa,
Maybe.
Eat the sheep and stuff like that, maybe we gotta kill them once in a while.
Once in a while. So, hold on to this one.
Yep.
So each characters have huge fan base because, every single one of them, they're really attractive, right? In different ways.
Yeah.
So this Fairy Tale series have a couple of spin-offs.
Really?
Yeah. Which
Okay.
features some of the supporting characters.
Huh. Cool.
It is. So do you want to get into the story?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
The world is crowded with many wizards. These wizards belong to a large number of teams called guilds. Among all these teams, the roughest and most powerful wizards belong to a guild called Fairy Tale. Lucy, who is seeking to become a fully fledged wizard, yearns to join Fairy Tale. One day, a very famous wizard named Salamander comes to visit town. Salamander gets close to Lucy and says, "I will invite you to join Fairy Tale," and then beckons her to come to his ship. However, Salamander is lying to Lucy and actually intends to sell her as a slave. At that moment, Natsu, the boy wizard, who happens to be in the neighborhood, suddenly appears. He's a member of Fairy Tale with the ability to transform himself into a dragon-like body and manipulate fire. Natsu defeats the enemy with his overwhelming power. Natsu and Lucy bond over this shared experience, and Lucy becomes an official member of Fairy Tale. There are some unique and awkward wizards among them. Natsu and Lucy continue to grow while solving the various requests that come to the guild. Here, the original author, Mashima, shows us how he usually goes about drawing.
Most of the time, I usually draw hair first, because in many cases the hair appears in the forefront of the illustration.
This is one of the battle scenes involving the main character Natsu. Mashima is especially careful not only with the character's expressions, but also with the clothes.
I thought there would be lots of action scenes in this manga, so I felt it'd be better to have something fluttering around, like a scarf. I mean, it could be anything really, but I believe having an item like a scarf that stood out when the character moved would be a good thing to put on him.
The scarf, which is the main character's trademark, gives a dynamic expression to the battle scenes. There are many attractive characters in Fairy Tale. This is Gray, a wizard whose specialty is ice magic. He can instantly form shapes out of ice. This is Ersa, who can create lots of weapons and armor and store and swap them out of another dimension. She may be a woman, but she has top-class abilities among the members of Fairy Tale. Roughly counting, over 300 characters appear in this story. There are fans of each character, and a number of spin-off works have also been announced so far. Mashima struggles with the large number of characters.
It really is a lot of work. As the story progresses, the number of characters increases. And because the tempo of the story is fast, they quickly disappear too. I never keep one character throughout all the volumes. If they appear as enemies, they're swiftly defeated, after which the next one appears.
In many cases, after battles in this story, characters who were once enemies become allies. Therefore, as the story proceeds, the number of characters increases rapidly. At a meeting, they take the time to sort out the positions of the various characters in the story. On this day, Mashima is meeting with editors to discuss the content for Shonen Magazine a few months from now. Generally, one manga writer will have one editor, but in the case of this work, it has 3 editors. Each editor gives their opinion while checking the storyboard.
I keep losing track of which character is fighting where in this battle. I think it would be nice to have something that, you know, explains the situation a little bit. I don't agree. Can't you tell from the illustration? I think a character other than the one from the Lamia Scale Guild will probably appear, so...
In this story, there are many scenes in which many characters battle in different places simultaneously. For example, in this scene, a dark guild that has become a crime network attacks members of Fairy Tail. Natsu and his fellow members split up to fight in different places, and the battle falls into disarray between friend and foe. Mashima makes a conscious effort to use the silhouettes of the characters to differentiate them. In doing so, it's a constant challenge for Mashima to make clear to his editors which character is fighting whom and where. Why have the publishers adopted this system of using multiple editors?
Until last time, Fairy Tail had 2 editors, but because there are also international projects, like with the anime, we have had 3 editors since last year. They each have their own roles, but we come together at meetings. Everyone gives their opinions about the draft, and because I'm the chief, I consolidate them.
By having 3 editors, they're able to see the work in a more objective way, so they can make the story more consistent and smoother. In contrast, when writing fantasy stories, Mashima concerns himself with the emotional expressions of the characters.
Because fantasy is different from the world in which everybody lives, ultimately, whatever I write is really a lie. For example, even when drawing animals, people may say that kind of creature doesn't exist. So it's only really the character's emotions that we have something in common with. I put a lot of care into drawing emotions that we can all share. When we talk about emotions, there's delight, anger, sorrow, pleasure, and so on. It varies. When drawing scenes of anger to make the characters look very livid.
Because this story takes place in an imaginary fantasy world, he exercises protect the guild's members from a large military empire called Alvarez that's targeting the secret magic hidden in Fairy Tail. The empire is full of wizards who have mighty powers, so the guildmaster goes to negotiate a ceasefire, but doesn't come back. Members of Fairy Tail infiltrate the empire to save the master. But will they succeed? Lastly, Mashima talked to us about the future development of the story.
If viewed from a global perspective, I think there are many people who are looking forward to seeing some romance in the story. Fairy Tail is more about friendship and fellowship than romance, and I tend to care and write about that, but maybe it's time to include some romantic scenes as well. I think that might be something to look forward to.
Of course, we need some love romance.
Of course, I mean, you just need it.
How cool is this character, Natsu?
He's,
seriously?
He's brave-hearted.
Yeah.
He cares about his fellows.
Yeah. He is
He's
the
strong.
man.
He is the man.
And then when he gets angry, he gets really angry. I love it.
Like he
Yeah.
wears that fire all over his
I think it's really cool. I'm actually really surprised in a good way.
Yeah, in a good way.
Yeah, thank you for introducing me and a lot of other viewers out there to Fairy Tail.
Yeah, and I mean, this manga is sold in 15 countries. So
They have it in Denmark too. They might have it.
Maybe.
Fairy Tail, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You should tell everybody about it.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Check it out. If it's not there, we're bringing it over.
We definitely will. And the anime is aired in 68 countries.
68 countries? That's awesome.
Yes, and it's in season 2 right now.
Nice. But now, right? Because the fans are so interested in seeing like the latest episode, right? Actually, I'm gonna go home and check it out. See if I can
Really?
find it. Yeah.
You should read. You should read manga.
Yeah, well, I got a couple here. I actually read half of the first one, just getting ready for the show today.
It just gets better
Yeah.
and better. And
That
better.
little dude happy. He's kind of happy.
I know.
Cute.
It's cute.
Yeah.
I want happy in my house.
I want a happy too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Latest topics.
Here we go with some of the latest Japanese pop culture topics.
Now it's time for takes place in imaginary world
Yeah.
where girls fight with like computer viruses. But this world, like all the human beings are extincted in this world. So
What about the girls?
I know.
So it's just only women fighting viruses and everyone else is gone? All the guys are gone, is that what you're telling me? I'd like to find more out about this one, I'll tell you that.
So do you want to check out the preview first?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's do this.
Yeah.
Garakoa Restore the World is a theatrical anime based on D-Backup, the scenario and illustration project by creative unit Physics Point. They won the grand prize and the opportunity to have their project adopted into anime in Animeka Taisho, or Anime Adaptation Prize in 2013. It's about 3 girls, 2 of whom are part of an antivirus program that fights viruses, and another who has amnesia. They're all lost in a virtual space known as the Box of Wisdom, which was left behind by the human race after it died out due to destroying the environment. Being released exclusively for the PlayStation 4 in North America and Europe, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Eyes of Heaven will be available in summer 2016. Featuring 2 vs 2 3D action brawler battles, this game includes characters from all arcs of its anime and manga. You can make a tag team with any of the characters you like, and smash your opponents on a stage that's based on the original work, featuring many gimmicks. Also, it includes a new original story supervised by Hirohiko Araki, creator of the original manga series. For more details, just search for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Eyes of Heaven. Odin Sphere was originally released on the PlayStation 2 in 2007 and sold about 1 million copies worldwide. And now it's getting an HD remake version on PS4, PS3, PS Vita platforms called Odin Sphere Leaf Thrashir. It'll come out on January 14th in Japan, and the publisher has confirmed that the remake will be coming to North America too. The acclaimed RPG is being overhauled, and the publisher has promised that it isn't just a visual upgrade. Alongside redrawn art and graphical enhancements, they are updating the combat and RPG mechanics. The game will also receive some new content, including additional monsters and fully voiced story scenes.
どうしてここにいるのか、どのくらいここにいるのか、いつからここにいるのかも。誰のことも思い出せない。
The TV anime Grimgar Ashes and Illusions started its broadcast this month. It's based on a popular light novel that's been in print since 2013, and Volume 7 and the comic version were just released last December, and have been attracting a lot of attention in Japan. It's a fantasy adventure tale about the main characters who have all lost their memory except for their names, and are suddenly thrown into an unknown world called Grimgar. There they form parties and fight monsters. Of special note is how the main characters have limited abilities, and are far from being heroes or the bravest of people. The story depicts a rather low-key, desperate, and down-to-earth adventure tale that can't be considered flashy fantasy anime.
私とマンツーマン光栄だろ。
生きるって簡単じゃない。記憶もお金も特別な力も何もない僕たちが手に入れた現実。灰と幻想のグリム街。
So, thank you for watching today. We're coming to the end of the show, but before we let you go, we got stuff from the website.
Yes.
If you haven't been there, check it out. You can, look for us in search engines under Imagination. NHK World, pretty simple.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that we can't show in the show.
Yeah.
So you don't want to miss it.
The really cool behind the scenes stuff. And so we've got, I'm going to start with the other one.
Oh, the other one? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with this one.
Because we've got this
Really cute one.
really cute one, right? And it's from a 12-year-old girl
In Egypt?
in Egypt, and she's got a message.
Oh, what does it say?
I want you to accept my massage, and I want to go to Japan soon. Please come give me a massage. I'm kidding. When you spell message, it's with M-E, not M-A. We love your drawing.
Yeah, we love your drawing too. And the cute messages.
Yeah, you might get a massage.
Yeah. Massage me.
Great.
Okay, the other one is linked with today's main feature.
I'm a fan already. Check him out. Oh, here's Natsu.
Woo!
Yeah.
Look at that.
He gets a close-up.
Yeah, look at that
Yeah.
face.
So
Serious
this
face.
is also from a girl called Rasha. Hi.
In Lydia.
Yep. She says, "Hi guys. I hope you show my picture in the show.
We did.
Love you so much."
Oh, we love you too.
Yeah.
Thanks for the cute.
This is so
awesome
timely,
drawing.
right?
Yeah.
I was like, we were just talking about Natsuna, and I just became a fan, and I'm just gonna totally go out and check it out when I get home after the show.
Yeah, I will too.
Yeah. So
The whole series. Okay.
that's about it. I think it's a wrap. Thank you guys for watching today. We love you.
We love-
And
yeah, we love-
we do. And Imagination will be back same time next week.
Okay.
Boom.
See you
Bye.
next time.